Hello. Okay, so I'm going to make a video about how I ended up in hospital this time. Sorry about my hair, it's a mess because I didn't dry it I didn't dry it properly yesterday. If I stop, it's because someone's come in the garden. I'll continue once they've walked through, because there's a headphone in my hair. The gate is just there so people walk through. Okay. And I've just dropped my phone. Okay, so this time around I was admitted because if you've been following my Instagram account, you know that I self-harm. So I had cut myself needing stitches, and I was taken to hospital with my friend Vicky to get stitches, and I had a psychological assessment and they let me home. Then about a week later, I ended up taking an overdose of a lot of pills, and I ended up in hospital again, and I had another psych assessment, and again they let me home. A week later, I ended up cutting myself again, needing stitches, and this time they said to me that they shouldn't have let me home either times before, and that I should be in hospital for my own safety. I was very, very depressed at the time, really low. So they said to me that they were going to section me and I needed to be in hospital for my own safety. Basically, I said that I didn't want to go into hospital, and they were like, well, we'll section you. So I said I'd go voluntarily, but essentially I was under a section because if I tried to leave, I would be sectioned. If I did leave, I would be sectioned. If I didn't go, I would be sectioned. So essentially I was on a section without the legal formalities. Once I was put on the adult psych ward, I was then sectioned because I tried to leave, and I was like, show me the doctor, I'm going to go. And the doctor came, and I thought I was going to leave because I sat there and I was like, I'm fine, I'll hand in all my blades and I'm not going to hurt myself and I don't want to die and I'm safe and everything's fine. And the doctor was like, do you still want to go? I was like, yeah, let me home. Okay, we'll section you. It's like, oh my days, I've just said to you guys I'm safe. They were having none of it, so they sectioned me, and I kicked off big time. I was like, no, this is going to affect my career. For those of you who know, I want to be a teacher. So I was like, no, I'm not going to be able to be a teacher if I'm sectioned. And so they said to me, are you going to stay voluntarily? And I was like, okay, fine, I'll stay. So they lifted the section again. So I stayed on the adult ward for about over a month, and they said to me then that I needed to be transferred to the eating disorders unit because my eating disorder was out of hand, and I ended up in the general ward twice because my glucose was low. I could have ended up in a coma. My potassium was low, my heart was being affected, my sodium was low, I think my iron was low, everything was low. So I was on a drip to save my life. I was on 4-sip nutrition shakes after that because they said to me that I needed to. I'm not going on my phone for no reason. I found a picture. They basically said to me that I had to be on these nutrition shakes to keep me alive and to put some calories into me. They're about 300 calories a bottle. Oh dear, that's not it. And then I ended up back in the hospital. I don't know. This is 4-sip. Come in little bottles like that. And I was on them to put some calories into me because I was refusing to eat. I didn't eat for 38 days, I think it was. And then they transferred me to the eating disorders unit. because I'd lost a lot of weight, and they needed to treat my eating disorder. So, well, it wasn't a lot of weight, but it was enough for them to be concerned. That's a robin. So I've been here at Acacia House for 2 months, 8 weeks, and I've got another 4 weeks left on my programme, but I'm going to become a day patient, outpatient thing. The psych ward was like crazy. There was just people who were in their own worlds, who were violent towards me, I have a robin stalker, and it's in the garden, and it just follows me around, and it's staring at me. Sorry. Yeah, there was just some really unwell people there, and it was completely crazy. If you've got any questions that you want me to answer about that, then I'm happy to. I don't know what else to say right now, apart from it was completely crazy. It's an adult ward, and people were a lot older than me. I was the youngest patient there, and I have bipolar. I was depressed. I wasn't like psychotic and in my own world, so I was having to deal with all these people who were just completely in their own world. So yeah, that's how I ended up back in hospital this time, because I was a danger to myself and I nearly died, and yeah, that's what happened. So, got any questions? Kick is AEADB, Instagram, or just comment on the video and I'll make another video in response to this one with any questions that people have about anything, about my treatment, or about how I am now, or anything like that, or how I ended up, or how just anything. If you have any questions, just comment away. Okay, love you all.